Well, hello and welcome back to the Eager Entrepreneur Podcast. I am your hostess, Candace Mays, and today with me, I have a very special lady, my good friend, Tiffany Jacobs. Tiffany, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, hi Candace. Thank you for having me. It's so good to see you, hon.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you as always. Tiffany and I go way back. We
Yes.
started working at the same company together, but this woman, I'm just gonna, it's a mouthful, but I'm gonna just get shed a little light on what she does. She started her own creative coaching business called J Tiffany Agency, the J Tiffany Agency. She is a model. She is a full time employee, a full time mom. She has a family and is a mother of three. So her hands are very full. But I'll let her tell us a little bit about herself and just introduce yourself, Tiff.
Thank you so much for having me, Candace. Well, yeah, you hit it on the head. I am a plethora of roles that I hold. Currently the owner of the J Tiffany Agency, which is a one-stop shop for creative direction for photo shoots and videos. I also do confidence coaching. I'm a certified life coach. I am a full-time analyst by day, my 9 to 5, and a wife and mother of three, including one of those being a 6-week-old newborn baby boy.
That's right.
Mama is tired. um, but yes, I have a deep passion for confidence
Mm,
coaching. Have been token the confidence creator, and that's something that I really hold dear to my heart. Helping others become the best versions of themselves, to take off any type of negative stigma they have may have experienced in life or beliefs about themselves, so they can step into their purpose and live life fulfilling.
mm. It's such a unique passion. And Tiffany, I know you do it well. I think what our audience would love to know is how did you get into that? Like, out of it's such a unique kind of
Yeah.
element, but
Yeah. Great question, Candace. And I do get asked this a lot, but like I said, my background does include modeling. So I've been in the industry for since I was 14 years old. I'm going to say how long that is, but since I was 14 years old, I took about a 7-year break to finish school, get my education, and have a family, and got back into modeling. And I would also get a lot of people come to me like, hey, I'm looking for a photographer. Do you know anybody? And I knew people, or someone would say, hey, I'm looking for a makeup artist or a hairstylist or a stylist. And I'm like, hey, everybody is coming to me with these connections on who to go to. I could be like a one-stop shop where they can come to me and I book everything for them, from the photographer, the makeup artist, the hairstylist, the location, the stylist, and if you go do all those things, you have to pay your stylist a deposit, your makeup artist a deposit, all those different appointments and scheduling. It can be a little overwhelming for those who may not have that experience. You come to me, we have a consultation. I handle it all for you. I do the creative direction. We get your vision together, and it's seamless. And they show up to the location. You get your hair and makeup done on location. You have your photographer there. I do a lot of Beyonce experience. I may have some champagne, and all the time I'm making you feel like $1 million.
mm,
Your photo shoot or your video, because I do videography as well. And it's a great experience that people have, like, oh my God, I had no idea I could do this. And it's so much easier on my clients, and I have a array of clientele, so it's very beneficial for like real estate agents, authors, speakers, or even recently divorcees. They just want to find themselves again, or the empty nester who doesn't have kids at home and she wants to get back to herself or him. That's my clientele base. So yeah, that's
I
kind of
see.
how things have blossomed into the
I,
J Tiffany Agency.
I see. I see. I mean, I read on your website, you talk about walking into your purpose.
Yes.
And I think just from knowing you, you have such a level of integrity in everything you do, all the work you put forth. It's very evident. But I'd love to know how that channels into um, you into the work you put forth, because one, I just want to say she's walked in New York Fashion Week, so that that says a lot. But it's like everybody can't get to that. I mean, it can be challenging for to walk out there and be confident and be
Yeah.
yourself. does that kind of play a part into, the work that you've put forth?
Absolutely. And a little bit about, walking in New
Mm.
York. I auditioned 3 times. So I was rejected twice. And
Wow.
the third time I was booked. And to me, that was such a pivotal moment for me because I that's when I learned what confidence was. That first time I got rejected, I could have gave up. But confidence to me is standing in negative emotions and not letting it deter who you are. So
Mm.
you can be rejected and still know who you are. Okay, I just don't have what they're looking for this year. I'm going to try again. Not giving up. Confidence is being able to be talked about, be lied about,
Mm.
face negative emotions and not let it deter who you are. A lot of women and men that I meet that have lower self-esteem is because they've let external factors dictate who they are internally. And that is something that I truly, truly preach and coach to my people. Like, and that goes both ways, both negative and positive. A lot of people have false confidence because you have a big house or a small waist or a lot of a nice title. You're arrogant, but you're not really confident. You're letting these external
Yeah.
factors determine who you are internally. So
Mm.
it's really about getting to the root of who you are on the inside. And that's what I like to foster and grow and talk to and speak to.
I love that. I love that so much. I hope everyone heard that. Keep that note in mind. No, that's excellent. And, how do you even manage your time? Can I ask you that? Because you're juggling.
um,
Any tips on time management?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I am a journaler. I
Okay.
journal and I write everything down. I use my iPhone calendar, but honestly, I have a great support system. I have a husband. It'll be 11 years. We're celebrating our 11-year anniversary next month. He's very hands-on with the kids and helping me. He'll help me set up for this. He's very like my partner. We're truly partners in everything
Mm.
that we do. So, I would be, not a good wife. I didn't give him his props for how much
Mm.
and how involved he is in helping the success of our family and the J Tiffany Agency.
I know that's right. Support system all the way. That's how you do it.
Yes, absolutely. And time management is definitely all about being organized.
Okay.
It's all about writing things down and follow up. And I'm a huge follow upper. That's just what I do.
Mm.
And it helps me stay on track and also knowing when to take a break. So,
Mm.
that's a big thing. But when I feel like I'm about to get burned out, then I have to clear my schedule for a while. I have to take some time for me. Or if I feel like I'm not feeling, as connected with whatever it is, my job, my husband, my kids, I'll take a step back and dedicate that time to
Mm.
making sure I foster that situation and get it back to where it was. So it's about being self-aware, knowing when to
Mm.
step back and assess the situation so you can be the best you and the best version of you.
100%. 100%. Speaking of the self-care, because it's such a big topic these days too. Like if you don't do that, is that something, you teach your girls, your two little girls? I mean, they're growing up and
Yes.
what kinds of things are you teaching them to kind of keep in mind and be confident out there in this world?
Absolutely. So self-care is definitely one of them. So I'll say, this is mommy time. Remember what mommy told you about mommy time? You want mommy to play with you? Yep, I will play with you, but you have to give mommy her time. And then I will have so much energy to play with you later. And I have to explain that to him, like, mommy's on E, and then let me fill back up, and then I'll give you all that I have. And I
Mm.
teach them that at an early age. So I don't want them to be people pleasers or overly giving themselves. And because I used to be that, right?
Yeah.
I can only learn from where I came from. So I'm trying to teach them to do better than where I came from.
Mm.
My youngest daughter, Cassidy, she was born with a birthmark that covers half her face. So confidence is something that little girl does not lack. You hear me?
Mm.
I have from day one been instilling confidence in her and just telling her to own it. And that's the biggest thing that you'll hear in my house is me telling the girls to own it.
Yeah.
And she went to school and I told her, hey, someone asked, hey, what's that on your face? I said, your response is going to dictate how they receive you. If you go, oh, it's a birthmark, then, they're going to think it's something wrong. But if you say, oh, it's a birthmark, isn't it cool? Then they're going to love it. You
Yep.
have to embrace it. You have to own it. You have to love it. And she said, "Mommy, it worked. Everybody loves my birthmark."
There you go.
And I told her, I said, "Doesn't matter what they think, it's what you think. Do you love your birthmark?"
Mm.
So it's something that it's always a topic of conversation is loving yourself, loving who you are, accepting yourself. If others accept you, great. If they don't, great, because you love you.
Hmm. I love that. I love that. Shout out to Cassidy.
Sassy Cassie.
Beautiful. Wow. So I'm gonna go back to your creative directing and
Mm,
confidence coaching for a second,
yeah.
because I'm sure someone wants to book you somewhere. Are you limited to Atlanta area or
I am not.
okay?
So I'm originally from Michigan, and I have a lot of clientele there. Of course, I have lots of friends and family. But I have booked a client in Houston and Alabama. So I do. Both of them did happen to come here for the shoot, but I am open to traveling. So that's something that I really emphasize, that I'm not just limited to the Atlanta area. I want to be able to help people. My coaching sections, of course, are virtual, so we can do that anywhere. But as far as booking an actual photo shoot or video shoot, that's something that we can do nationwide.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I'm sure someone will a few folks will want to jump on that. But this is so great. And is there anything, you'd want to anything else you'd want to tell maybe aspiring entrepreneurs or people that are maybe not sure where to get started and starting something that's they're passionate about?
Mhm.
Any points of advice?
Your gifts will make room for you. Figure out
Mm,
what your gift is. Every We all have a God-given gift. And
mhm,
it doesn't have to be something, philosophical, some huge thing. Maybe you're good with communicating, or you're good with, your hands, or whatever it is that you're good at, and use that as your pillar to get started and what you're passionate about. I think that's another thing of my coaching sessions, is helping people identify what their gifts are. And that's all linked to your purpose. I know I was put on this earth to be a vessel to tell people to see themselves the way God sees them. That is what I am here to do. And I know that because I struggled with confidence at one point in my life, and I overcame that, and that was my testimony.
mm.
So, it may be the darkest hour may bring you the brightest days, because you had to go through that to learn who you are. So, in entrepreneurship, it is all about grit. You're not going to make $1 million in the first. If you're doing it for the money, it's probably the wrong reason.
Yep.
You have to really do it because you're passionate about it, because there's going to be long days, long nights, and short money in the beginning. But
Mhm.
you have to really stay consistent, and just don't give up, and do it for the right reasons. And your gift will make room for you. It will open doors.
Excellent. That is the mic drop. Thank you, Tiffany. I love it. I always love listening to you. Such wise words. And last but not least, where can our listeners find you?
Absolutely. So I am located on Instagram. You can reach me at J Tiffany Official, OFFICIAL. And my website is www.thejtiffanyagency.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tiffy. I can't tell you how much of a pleasure it is to have you on and for gracing us with your gorgeous face. So we appreciate you.
Likewise, girl. So good to see you, Candace. Thank you for having me. You're doing
Yes.
awesome. I'm so proud of you. This is
Thank
amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for all our listeners and watchers today. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment below. But we appreciate you and look forward to our next episode and bringing you more great content. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.